Hi everybody, today is January 19th, 2014. Obama's NSA promises fail to quell European fears. They don't buy it. I don't buy it either. His, 48 minutes of speech, if you got a chance to watch it, was nothing but excuses about why NSA spying will continue. Germany's foreign minister welcomed President Obama's official pledge to curb powers of the National Security Agency, NSA, on Friday. But a quiet unease lingers across Berlin and many other European capitals. President Obama outlined a process for restricting the agency that will include both Congress and the public during foreign ministry said. Yeah, it was just, you gotta watch it. It's just nothing but excuses. They're going to continue their spying. Now the balance between America's security needs and protection of civil liberties must be adjusted in the right way, the foreign minister said. There's the rub. As Obama himself phrased it, it's not enough for leaders to say, trust us. We won't abuse the data we collect. In Europe, question remains regarding whether the measures Obama announced Friday go far enough in including American allies in the oversight and restriction of the NSA. He's a very good speaker, but the substance of his message was not very ambiguous, and I agree, said Peter Sakar, Germany's former Commissioner for Data Protection and Freedom of Information. He said the U.S. Secret Service will respect privacy, right, and there are very few additional guarantees and safeguards, and most of them are limited to U.S. persons, Sakar told Global Post. Many of you have noticed a slowdown in the web. Blocks, web pages timing out, videos stopping and going. That's all NSA. They can't shut down the internet. So they're making it so videos time out, web pages time out, and we blame our ISP, our internet provider. And of course the internet provider is going to jump on the bandwagon and say, well, if you want your videos to load, if you want faster internet so you can, watch stuff, spend more money, upgrade. When actually it's the CIA that's causing this. And we all know, at least you should know, that Google, Facebook, etc., they're all in bed with the CIA. So as a result, Obama's pledges are unlikely to silence the president's criticism across the Atlantic. If there was a dictator in the UK that was doing this kind of spying, the people would be riding up, demonstrating in the streets. They wouldn't put up with this like the American people do. What is wrong with you people? Oh, you don't have time to go out and protest. It's too cold. It's too hot. It's too windy. You can at least make a phone call to your congressmen and senators. I have. Only when we have signed a legally binding treaty that protects all European citizens will the lost trust be won back, said German Justice Minister. Almost all of NSA integral freedom of action was preserved, and only a handful of the 46 proposals submitted by a committee of experts in December were endorsed, concluded France's Le Monde newspaper. Obama did not announce any new protections for non-Americans abroad. We don't even have them here in the United States. What makes them think they're going to be more protected or special? Instead, putting the issue to his top official for further consideration. Nor did he address the NSA's secret weakening of encryption standards, wrote the UK's Guardian newspaper, referring to its own report that American and British intelligence agencies are able to bypass codes that supposedly allow internet users to protect their personal data, online transactions, and emails. That means they have your bank information. You know why they want your bank information and your emails? So they can hand it over to corporations, so the corporations can get richer from ill-gotten gains. Don't know what ill-gotten gain is? Look it up. For me, limiting the use of metadata from phone contacts to only 2 steps is the only real news, said Chair, the former German Data Protection Commissioner. But those rules for collecting and analyzing phone call information would still be legal under German law, which limits the explanation of a suspect's phone contact to only 1 step. They do 3-step here. The 3 steps are: you call somebody. They investigate all the people that you have called. The second step would be all those people that you called, they investigate those people. The third step is all those people that they have called, they're investigated. That's what's going on here in the United States. Why is it people in the UK are more educated on what's going on in our government? From Europe's perspective, Obama's speech focused on reassuring American citizens that new measures will protect their privacy, but beginning with a nod to totalitarian states like East Germany. The U.S. president repeatedly offered concessions to NSA critics abroad. He promised to make public more of the decisions of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. This is that secret court. Now, why does it have the name secret court? Right, they're going to make it more public. I provided you guys with a list of all the people, all the judges that are on this secret court, this Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. Having a secret court is one of the 10 steps that brings the downfall of a democracy, you guys. Wake up. This court provides judicial review of Americans' intelligence activities, including the Section 702 program targeting foreign individuals overseas, and the Section 215 telephone metadata program. He announced new but yet unspecified limitations on the government's right to retain, search, and use that information in criminal cases. If you think it's just the criminals that are retaining this information, it's not. It's everybody. He revealed that he, as directed, the U.S. Attorney General on Fast and Furious himself, who sent the guns to Mexico. So you're going to trust him, right? To limit the scope of the so-called national security letters that the FBI uses to order companies to provide information about their customers so that they are only valid for a fixed period instead of remaining in force indefinitely. So you know what they're going to do? How they're going to keep all your emails, your voicemails. Yes, they have recordings of your phone calls. They keep it indefinitely, and they're not going to get rid of it, even if they do say they do, by transferring it over to the CIA, so that under the Freedom of Information Act, you won't be able to get it anymore. They do that with information they don't want out. So, to protect them from the freedom of information, they just send it over to the CIA. He announced that effective immediately, the NSA would limit its efforts to collect data on telephone calls that are 2 steps removed. See, Obama's admitting this 3-step program. Think I don't know what I'm talking about. That are 2 steps removed from a number associated with a terrorist organization instead of the previous 3. So seeing all these numbers are being scooped up, we're all considered terrorists. We're all considered enemies of the state. So a great get back would for all of us to call all of our congressmen and all of our senators, because that would put them in this 2 to 3 step hop. The president for the first time acknowledged that non-U.S. persons have privacy rights in the content of our overseas collection. It is very hard to overstate the sort of spiritual importance of that statement, said Benjamin Witz, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institute. But Europe is looking for practical measures, not spiritual ones. And that means critics like Jan Philipp Albrecht, a German member of the European Parliament Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice, and Home Affairs, will continue to fight for a tough anti-surveillance law in Europe, which could make companies like Google and Facebook, all part of the CIA, subject to €100 million fine if they turn over EU citizens' data to U.S. spies. Albrecht continues to believe European countries should stop the transfer of banking information and details about airline passengers until the U.S. agrees to legally enforce measures to prevent the NSA from spying on European citizens. Each day that passes, no agreement leads to the further erosion of European citizens' data protection rights, Albrecht said. Now, I know those in the UK will probably watch this video all the way through, but the attention span here in the US is less than a minute. Shame on the American citizens that has letting our government get away with this. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. As long as you got your text messaging and email and social networks, IMVU, you're going to ignore the writing on the wall and say, what happened, when it's too late. And I want to thank the people, the citizens in the UK, who actually do take a stand to stop corrupt governments and corrupt politicians. Bravo. Alright, bookmark my site. I'll keep you up to date. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you.